Welcome back to BT. Yes, less than 2 weeks until most kids are back to school. Parenting expert Julie Freedman Smith says now is the time to start back on track.
That's
Hi,
right.
Julie.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, happy to be here always.
We are talking about back to school season all over the place, and yes, sleep is a huge part of that, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And I want to talk a little bit about the why.
Okay.
We know that sleep has an impact on our driving and on our ability to deal with things coming at us and on our crankiness. So whether it's parents who are dealing with that stuff or our kids, right? We want to set our kids up to be less cranky, and we want to set ourselves up to be able to deal with the crankiness.
Right.
So that research is all out there. And here's the other part, and I was just talking to Andy about this, is that when our kids are awake, we're spending time with them, we're connecting with them, we're doing what we have to do.
Right.
And so when we want to get our stuff done, it's usually after our kids are asleep. And if we don't put our kids to sleep until really late, then we don't have time to do our stuff, and we don't have time to connect either with ourselves or with our partner.
Right.
And the most important people in a family are the adults, because if the adults aren't working well, everything else falls apart.
Right.
So it's quite selfish.
Yes.
We need to get our kids in bed on time for them, but also for us. And we need to get ourselves in bed on time.
Yes.
And that's a big one.
huge. And people always forget, it's you. You're the point person for all these little people.
So
and if you're not doing well, we got a problem.
Yes. So for adults, 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night is what we want to be getting. I have a friend who sets an alarm clock to remind herself to go to sleep.
Yes.
She wakes up automatically, but she says, I just do that because I'm in the middle of doing something and I need to cue myself to go to sleep. So that's
whatever works,
a great idea. Yes.
Yes.
So that's really the why. It's more for us, even for them, but everybody needs it for our health.
Yes.
As a generation, we get an hour less sleep than we did a generation ago.
And let's be clear, when these kids are back to school and they're in the classroom, they need to think properly.
They need it for learning.
And they need to
behaving
focus.
and managing these stresses
managing
that are
all of their emotions, exactly. So they need sleep to do that.
So what do you need? Well, we have a table with all of the different sleep requirements for different ages of kids.
Okay.
And when your kids are 5, they still need close to 12 hours of sleep a night. Okay. School-age kids, 10 to 11 hours. Teens, 8.5 to 9 3/4 hours a night. So it's great to know that, because that's a good place to start. And now the how. How do we do it? Well, we work backwards. If you know that you're getting your kids up at 7, count the hours back. So if your 5-year-old needs 12 hours of sleep, they've got to be asleep at 7. Not let's think about possibly starting the bedtime routine at 7.
Right.
But the bedtime routine's done, and the head's on the pillow, and they're waiting for sleep.
Yes.
At 7.
At 7.
Yes. Because we want these nice, long stretches of sleep. It does seem early. And the thing to remember is to watch for signs of sleep readiness for your kids. So are they rubbing their ears? Are they yawning? Usually for younger children, those preschool, early kindergarten, they're yawning. That's all usually happening around 6:30, 6:45. When we get our kids into bed around that time, 7:30, then they fall asleep. It's when we push our kids beyond their sleep time that adrenaline comes into the system, and then they're what we call overtired, and and it's so much harder on everybody.
We always talked about the sleep window. If we miss that window, we know it's going to be a gong show.
Exactly. So just get clear about it. And so it's been the summer, people have been sleeping in, we have so much more freedom, and now it's time to start rolling it back. So some families go cold turkey, starting Monday night, you're in bed at X. Other families like to roll it back 10 to 15 minutes a night. Blackout curtains are really helpful for that. I know my sister just did her windows with tin foil at one point.
I got my 10-year-old a sleep mask, and that helps.
Okay, so whatever is working to just help them to adjust, and plan that with your kids. So plan the sleep routine, let them have a say in it, figure it out. We don't really want sleep routines to go on much more than a half an hour, but your child might want to do some self-reading, like some reading to themselves as well. So plan that all in, get it written out on a sheet with the time so that everybody's clear, and then get out a calendar and plan when the bedtimes are, so that you can start rolling them back.
And then everybody can see
Everybody can see it. And we're all working together, instead of they're in the middle of playing outside and you come out and say, that's it, everybody goes to bed. And it's a disaster.
And it is a disaster. Okay, so planning in advance and start now.
Yes.
Terrific. Julie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Time to get started right now. Yes, right? Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Thanks, Julie.